Welcome to Reaching for the Moon, hosted by me, Ed Grace. For those of you that don't know me, I worked on the Apollo program for 10 years and was a member of the Apollo 13 Mission Operations Team awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for getting the Apollo 13 astronauts safely back to Earth after an oxygen tank blew up in their service module on the way to the moon, severely crippling their spacecraft approximately 200,000 miles from Earth. NASA recently issued a press release about international cooperation on the Artemis program. I would like to sit and discuss that with you today. The Artemis Return to the Moon program made headlines with the signing of the Artemis Accords between NASA and 7 partner countries: Australia, Canada, Italy, Japan, Luxembourg, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom. The Artemis Accords establish a practical set of principles and governing norms for space exploration cooperation among nations wishing to participate in NASA's future Artemis lunar exploration plans. The Artemis Accords reinforce the basic principles of the Outer Space Treaty, which was originally signed in 1967 and has been the basis for space exploration law ever since. More than 110 countries have endorsed and signed the Outer Space Treaty. However, much has changed in space exploration since that treaty was agreed to. Private enterprise is much more involved in our space exploration today than it was when the Outer Space Treaty was first signed. The Artemis Accords allow countries or private enterprises to extract lunar resources and create temporary safety zones on the moon to prevent their operations from harmful interference from others. Private enterprise was not even mentioned in the Outer Space Treaty originally signed. This is a major change. The Outer Space Treaty does not ban military activities within space or military space forces or the weaponization of space, with the exception of the placement of weapons of mass destruction in space. It limits the use of the moon and all other celestial bodies to peaceful purposes only. The Artemis Accords also reinforce the commitment by the U.S. and partner nations to several treaties that NASA and its partners have supported in the past, including the public release of scientific data. It is mostly a non-armament treaty and offers limited and ambiguous regulations to newer space activities such as lunar and asteroid mining. Interestingly, a recent NASA probe, OSIRIS-REX, briefly touched down on the asteroid BENNU and attempted to attain soil samples to bring back to the U.S. Although the probe appeared to operate properly, we won't know if the asteroid mining was successful until OSIRIS-REX returns to Earth, which won't be until 2023. NASA plans that additional countries will join the Artemis Accords in the years ahead as it continues to work with its international partners to establish a safe, peaceful, and prosperous future in space. Working with emerging space agencies, as well as existing partners and well-established space agencies, will add new energy and capabilities to ensure the entire world can benefit from the Artemis journey of exploration and discovery. However, there are some concerns with NASA's leading the charge with the Artemis Accords. The head of Russia's space agency said that the Lunar Gateway, which is the core of the orbiting space station portion of NASA's Artemis lunar exploration program, is too U.S.-centric for it to participate in the Artemis program, even though, according to NASA, the Gateway leverages the existing International Space Station partnership. China's absence is explained by the U.S. congressional prohibition on collaboration with the country. rivalry between China and the United States in space exploration is expected to intensify in the future, Chinese observers say. Concerns that the Artemis Accords are a power grab by the U.S. and its allies are fueled by the lack of any African or South American countries amongst the founding partner nations. Plus, our U.S. Congress passed the Space Act of 2015, which allows U.S. space firms the rights to own and sell natural resources they obtain from bodies in space, including mining asteroids. The Space Act already goes against many treaties and international customary law in place here in the universe, including the Moon Treaty, which the United States has not signed. Hopefully, in the near future, many countries and nations will sign and agree to the Artemis Accords. In the meantime, researchers in policy, law, and engineering must come together and define processes whereby we'll be able to develop sustainable entities in space. In the meantime, be prepared for another gold rush era, as space exploration moves forward. Well, that completes today's video. In our next video, we're going to discuss the Artemis Lunar Gateway and the advantages of having an orbiting space station around the moon. If you like today's video, give us a like. Hit the subscribe button and you'll get an email every time Reaching for the Moon posts a new video. Thank you for watching, but remember always, failure is not an option.